EA Sports, within the game. Great play call, great pass, great reception. That play had it all.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Another run with Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Inside give to Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. And he is caught by Lamb. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This is caught. Touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And he'll just get rid of it.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 43 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage,
When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Prescott off play action. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Forced out to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Elliott running right. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott.
Fighting Hilton on the slant. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th.
Prescott. That one complete to Elliott.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
From the 36, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now Elliott. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 44 yards.
And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing, Prescott.
Left side to Lamb.
20, 10, touchdown Cowboys.
C.D. Lamb.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On second down, Elliott once more. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's got Elliott.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Over the middle here, it's Hilton.
He will have the conversion and more than that.
Touchdown, Cowboys! T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's Prescott.
Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check 99, check 99. Tight door.
Here's Dak.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now we've got a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Play action now. Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A first down throw for Prescott.
Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Dancing to his left.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath, sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
First down, Prescott. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see.
And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that's Elliott, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Running with Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott got him in. It's Brown.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
On play action, Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They will look to flush the memory of that pick-6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter, getting down to the good stuff.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Prescott now. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings... We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California.
Herbert going to go to the air right away.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Herbert operating from the red zone.
Man open left side, it's Williams.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game.
And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On second down, Eckler. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. On 4th down, Herbert. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams had a touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Elliott running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Flush to his right. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Touchdown! Gerald Everett from 21 yards away.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Prescott off play action. He'll buy some time right. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first. Inside give to Elliott. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A give to Elliott.
Taken down at the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense.
There he goes, right side. 30, the 20. Touchdown, LA. Gerald Everett, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
After the turnover, here's Herbert, rolling to his right.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw, Prescott. It's complete to Brown, right side. And some space here.
And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
His throw incomplete.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, to pick on the opening drive. Second drive, not much better. On third down, it's Prescott. Steps away. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Elliott. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Marr now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Once more, here's Eckler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. They go back to the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now Dak. And that's complete to Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The give is to Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Elliott. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here.
Here's Prescott.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Here's Dak.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Prescott.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Running on first down, Eckler.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the 45 on second down. Herbert, this one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
He goes 48 yards there on the touchdown run.
We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A second down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now Prescott on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So it's a win here for the LA Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, he really threw the ball well, didn't he? Well over 300.